So it is Thursday, and Elon Musk is posting disinformation, so at least hell hasn't frozen over yet. Right now, the story that is quickly building into a viral sensation relates to a mayoral primary in Connecticut, in which two members of the Democratic Party during the Democratic primary were turning in ballots that were not belonging to them. So this is called ballot harvesting, and it's actually legal in most states, and even Ron DeSantis said that he would do it in states where it's legal, even though he made it illegal in his state. It's essentially if you had canvassers that were allowed to go door to door and be like, hey, have you gotten your mail-in ballot yet? Have you completed it? Do you want us to turn it in for you? And you turned it in. States like Florida have banned it, and states like Connecticut have also banned it. And so what happened was ballot harvesting. And because the election was so close, and it was between the incumbent mayor and his Democratic challenger, they were only separated by about 240 votes. And they couldn't tell exactly how many were being turned in by these two individuals. They decided to throw out the results and do it again. Now, again, the GOP. They're so full of shit. They are now telling people that this is a clear and present case of Democratic election fraud, of them trying to steal an election. They've used terms like ballot stuffing, which has an actual specific definition that involves casting more ballots than were issued, illegally filling out ballots and submitting them illegally on other people's behalf. And that is not what happened here. What happened is they collected ballots that were legally filled out by the people that they were sent to, and then turned them in themselves in bulk, which is they're not allowed to do. And again, this was in a Democratic primary, so both the plaintiff in the lawsuit and the defendant were Democratic candidates. Before this goes super viral, you should already know when it comes to election integrity, Elon Musk is not exactly a good source of information. The guy promoted Ron DeSantis, who again, let me put it here again, is all for ballot harvesting when it benefits him. I personally think that ballot harvesting should be allowed, at least by, registered canvassers, because banning it basically makes it more difficult for people who are the most vulnerable people in society to get those ballots out, or people who are very busy or very forgetful, or didn't mail them in time, or there was a question, they wanted to wait until closer to the election to see if any crazy things happen. Whatever the reason, I don't think it should be illegal, but in Connecticut it is illegal. And it's likely, especially with all this media attention, that the two women who did this are going to be charged with a crime. But there was never, in any of the filings, including the judge's own statements, an accusation of voter fraud or election fraud. This is not ballot stuffing. These words and these terms matter. And Elon Musk is a little shithead who's done nothing but spread election conspiracies, and now far-right people are using this to promote 2020 election conspiracies that I believe the current count is 212 lawsuits have failed to establish. Most of the voting fraud that happened in 2020 was Republicans from the villages in Florida voting twice or voting for their dead parents or something sick like that. It rarely ever happens, and it's not even the thing that is alleged to have happened here. So there's your daily fact.